Hi Taylor, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, how's your past week been?
It's actually been really good. My boyfriend and I have been getting along a lot better.
Okay.
He actually bought me a puppy.
So what kind of dog?
It's a little husky.
What did you
So
name
cute.
it?
His name is Coda.
Coda?
Yeah.
That's cute. And how's that been?
It's been awesome. It really has.
Has that been keeping you occupied?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's
Good.
crazy that I've had pets before. Like when I lived with my mom and stuff, we always had like dogs and stuff, but I never had to actually like take care of it by myself.
Mhm.
So I have to wake up every morning at 6. He's ready to go. And I have to walk him and play with him and everything like that. And since it's been really slow at work,
Mhm.
I've been home a lot more, which I've told you about.
Yes.
So definitely is occupying me, and it's a lot of fun. He's
That's
crazy.
good.
He's a little cutie.
That's good though. So now you have a responsibility and you find
Yeah.
yourself taking care of him. And what about have you had any drinking or at all this past week?
This week's been okay. The week before it, like right after I saw you, a couple of days after, I went out and had a few too many. Not anything bad like the time before that, but I mean, my boyfriend still wasn't thrilled, but I think he's definitely happy that it's not, my extremes now aren't where they used to be. Like I told you last time when I went out and I couldn't even drive home because I was so drunk. It's not like that anymore. It's just I went out and I was like slurring my words a little bit, and like he can tell that I was getting drunk. So he got annoyed about that because I promised him it would only be like 1 or 2 drinks, and I wound up having about 3 or 4.
Okay.
But I think that's definitely an improvement, and I think that he's seeing it, and I think that's where the whole dog came into play, because he was like, this will keep you occupied and we'll make sure you stay sober, and it definitely has been.
Okay, so that's good. So then he's a good support system then for you. You feel like he's helping you with the whole drinking and you wanting to stay away from it because you don't want to piss him off, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's good that he's helping you cope with it and stuff. And it's good that you're recognizing it as well, that you have had a difference from the last time when you couldn't even drive home to now where you're just slurring your words. So you feel like you are getting better then?
Yeah, I think it's definitely taking time. Like I said to you before, it's not that I think that I don't think that I have like a huge issue with drinking. I just think it really is like I have to learn my limitations, and that's why, at first I really didn't want to come to any of the counseling meetings and stuff like that, and I just had no desire. I definitely think they're helping though, because I'm realizing more of where I need to kind of cut back and definitely control it. So
okay, well, what we're going to talk about today is relapse, and one of the major steps is you realizing your issue, realizing that if you're becoming better or if you're getting worse, or your steps to becoming better, which from what you're telling me, you're realizing that.
Yeah.
And so that's a good step. So when do you feel like you need to grab a drink and stuff? Like, why did you feel like you need to drink to the point where you were slurring your words when you went out with him recently?
It was more of like a social thing. We were going out with other friends. So I think it wasn't so much that was an incident where I felt I needed to drink. It was just that we were all going out and we were just having a good time, and I guess I wasn't really being very cautious and like keeping track of my drinking. It was kind of like, okay, I'll have another one. Sure, why not? But I definitely did. Like my boyfriend, thankfully, was there and he like caught it, and I told you he just does not tolerate it. He's like from a military family, and they just are. Yeah, no, the drinking is not okay.
Yep.
So I think like that was more the reason why I drank. But I think why I drink in general, like other times, like bad times probably, is when I guess I'm a little bit stressed after like a long day. I would just be like, oh, okay, I can have a drink, like no big deal. And then 1 leads to 2, and 2 to 3, and then I'm drunk.
Yeah. All right. Well, what exactly are you getting stressed about that's leading you to, or what were you getting stressed about that was leading you to drink?
It was mostly work, because I'm in sales and stuff like that. It's just really, it's like a lot. I have to keep all my numbers up and like, dealing with customers and driving all around the universe to meet with person to person. Just a lot. And by the end of it, I'm just absolutely exhausted. And, I try and keep my clients happy and stuff, the customers. Just, it's a lot. So that was like my big stressor, I guess, that I would reach for a drink when I got home.
So you think work is your main stress as to why you're drinking? Is there any other stressors that you feel come into play?
I mean, definitely when I talk to my mom, we don't always like see eye to eye, and sometimes it's just like the saying beating a dead horse with her. Like it just I get nowhere, and by the end of it, I'm like ready to pull my hair out because I'm so stressed between going back and forth. So then I would definitely go home and have a very big glass of wine. So
What kind of things do you and your mom, or what kind of things does she argue with you about or get on you about?
it's always, even since I was a kid, it's always her way or the highway. Like it's what she says goes, and I'm an adult now. I don't live at home, and she still tries to like I guess implement her beliefs and values and what she wants me to be the person I guess that she wants me to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's not exactly the person I want to be. So
Well, do you think that if drinking didn't come into play and wasn't a factor, do you think you guys would still have issues? Like, did you have issues before you started drinking?
yeah, we definitely did. Like I said, it's her way or the highway. Like there's no room for improvement. You have to agree with her and just be like, okay. And it's hard work sometimes being with her. So
Okay, so your mom being one of the stressors, how do you think you can fix ways of maybe getting along with your mom a little bit more and not fighting with her as much? How do you think you can do that then so you won't find yourself getting stressed out so you don't have to reach for that drink?
I honestly don't. I mean, it's not like I can avoid her. She's my mom. Like, obviously, she's not going away.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I can't really think of like a way right now, other than I guess like limiting my time with her, or just I guess what I have to learn is to be more like, okay, whatever you say, and not like need to like go back at her.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I definitely have to learn that skill. So
Okay, so what I want to do with you is develop like coping methods so that you don't have to go and grab a drink when you're feeling stressed out. You don't have to, you don't have to depend on the drink in order to relieve your stress and all the things you're dealing with.
okay.
So when you're working or even when you're with your mom, like after, like you say, you're stressed out a lot at work.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get home from work, is there any other things that you like to do? Any hobbies you have? Any shows you like to watch? Anything that you like to do that calms you down or that occupies you? Like your puppy, for example. Is there anything else that you like to do?
Well, definitely the dog right now has been kind of like why this last week I haven't really reached for a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had like 2 glasses of wine the whole week, which is like nothing for me. Because I just don't have time. Because the dog, he's always needs to play, and by the end of the day, I'm just so freaking tired. Like I just want to go to sleep because he runs me around. But I used to be big into working out, and then just work took over,
Mm-hmm.
and now I just really don't have time. But I think because it's been so slow, that's something I guess I could get back into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to the gym and stuff like that.
Well, it seems as if, being that you only had 2 drinks this past week, and because of the dog and everything, that's a good thing. So you having responsibilities is what's taking away from your drinking, which is perfect, which is what you want to do. So I guess what I think is perfect for you is the more you develop responsibilities, the less you're going to want to drink or have time for drinking. So why don't we think of ways so you can become more responsible and have more responsibilities, something that can take up your time more. So obviously the puppy is good for you right now. You said you used to work out, so why don't you develop a goal for yourself so that when you're not taking care of the puppy, you can do workouts or anything. Is there any specific workout you like to do? Any classes you like to do?
I definitely I used to do yoga, and that was like really relaxing, and that was a lot of fun. So I would definitely do that again.
Okay, well that's perfect because yoga is actually really good for you when it comes to like your mind and thinking and relaxing. So I think yoga would be perfect for you. So why don't you try to get involved in a class and try it out, see how you feel, see if you can get back into things. Being that you're slowly getting better, like I said, you only have 2 drinks, so it's perfect. Mm-hmm. So why don't you try to see if you can do this class, because by the time, if you think about it, when you're doing your class, then you're going home taking care of the dog, that's your whole day. Like you're not going to have, plus you have work, And then after work, I think a nice class of yoga would be good for you as well. So why don't you try that out for like tomorrow when you get out of work, you go take a yoga class, then take care of the dog and see where you end up after that. See if you're stressed out as much and see where that leads you.
I can definitely try. The only thing is, like, I'm just thinking when, work picks up that, like, starts getting really crazy again,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to want to do yoga. I'm going to want to go home and I'm going to want to sleep. And, that's like when I reach for my glass of wine before I go to bed, I would have, a glass or just be really stressed. That's like my only concern is once, like, work picks up again, I don't know how everything's going to kind of fall into place.
Okay, well, I know you said that from taking care of your dog, like, you're tired by the time it's the end of the day, like, you just want to go to sleep. So what I'm thinking is if you have work and then you go to your yoga class and then you have to take care of the dog, by then you're going to want to pass out, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully, that'll take up your time with not wanting to drink and stuff, so that'll be good.